Well, some people say that the Cowboys fan base is one of the more annoying fan bases in the NFL. But 49ers are up there too. So, who is the more annoying fan base?
It's football time.
Alrighty, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the All Around Sports Podcast for sports or everything on this channel. I'm your host, Antonio. Today, we're talking about the Cowboys and the 49ers. As both of their fan bases have repeatedly been, let's just say, a little critical. Cowboy fans, of course, saying every year it is their year, of course. And the 49ers being extra critical even in a season that they were 6-11. But the question is, who is the more annoying fan base? The 49ers fan base or the Cowboys fan base? I'm going to talk about that in just a second. Before we do, if you guys do enjoy this video, do me a big favor and smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. For now, let's talk about the two fan bases. In total NFL, it probably is the Cowboys because in the entire NFL, but the 49ers take it from me because I cannot even begin to tell you how many times I hear it from 49er fans before each season. Just last season, I was hearing it already, and it's already been my second year in the league in the YouTube industry, and now this is my third. I've been hearing it every year from the 49ers fans saying they're going to sweep my Hawks and saying that some other stuff and one thing I'm going to get to later. But every time, every single season, the 49er fans always go after their rivals, whether it's the Rams, Cardinals, or this team right here, especially this team. But let me go over something here. I'm going to pull up each of the records of each team for the last 20 years. The Seahawks have had a record of 175 wins, 132 L's, and a tie. The 49ers have had 154 wins and 153 losses, with only one tie also. The Seahawks have only finished last place in the division once since 2015, while the Seahawks have finished, while the 49ers have finished last place 5 times since 2015. But, of course, we all know what the situation that was going on with Kittle. I explained that, but I didn't know that the players could actually bring in their own. So the players can bring in their own. It's just not provided by the team. So George Kittle, you can still use those smelling salts if you really have to. But the one thing that triggered this video is what a recent 49 fan said about the Seahawks. That we're a bye week team. A bye week team? A bye week team?
Ah, jeepers, here we go.
I mean, that is straight up crossing the line. Because I know for certain 49ers are not saying this after what happened last year.
Just one sucker!
After Seattle went into San Francisco, beat them on their home field, Gino put up the nighty night and looked like primetime Michael Vick. I know that I did not just hear that.
Come on, Junior. Wait here, Junior. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. You.
Look, first of all, the 49ers were 6-11 last year with the quote unquote injury bug. You let go of 6 key of your defensive players, while the Seahawks didn't even let go of any of one of them. Maybe very few, but they're not very big guys like Rashawn Jenkins. And also, the offenses are completely different. Now it's the Seahawks. Now the 49ers run offense better than the Seahawks run offense. Absolutely. But get this: Seattle finished outside of the top 15 in one defensive category last year, and that was of course rush defense. And also, the 49ers, I've been saying it. I'm not hating on the 49ers when I talk about them. I've said this for a while, and some 49er fans still think I'm hating on them. I'm trying to help you all out. I'm trying to point out your weaknesses before you enter the season, like your offensive line, who I talked about recently, your secondary, who I've talked about a long time, your offensive line, and also your receiver core. I get that you guys have talent, but it all depends on if they are healthy. It all depends on that. And let me go over this. Do you know how many championships the 49ers have won since 1995? Zero. They've made the Super Bowl 3 times. Couldn't come back with a single one. And I wanted to, speaking of the 49 San Francisco franchises, I wanted to let all y'all know how many championships your franchises have won since 2000. The San Francisco Giants, of course, won 3 in 2010, 2012, and 2014. The Warriors have won 4 in 2015, 2017, 2018, and 2022, which I'm a proud representative of Steph Curry. I love me some Steph Curry. And then, of course, other franchises like the Ducks that won a title in 2007. Of course, not in the area. The Kings, a little ways out from San Francisco, but they only have 2. Surprisingly, they have 2. I'm surprised that they're even on. Oh, wait, correction. The Kings of the hockey, my bad. My bad. I thought it was the Kings of Sacramento. But to Niner fans, I get y'all hate us. I get the rivalry between us has been heated for a long time. But you can't keep coming at us this way. We beat you in an NFC championship game en route to win to go to a Super Bowl where we eventually win. And of course, marked by Richard Sherman's famous post game interview, who you couldn't even win a Super Bowl with in 2019. And also, San Francisco, did you know the last time that they won a Super Bowl? Google didn't even exist. Google didn't even exist. And the last time they also won a Super Bowl, my dad was wearing an afro. My cousin Ryan was still in it, probably a toddler. My mom was still at least in college. And also, I wasn't even born yet. So, to Niner fans that constantly get us on us, you're the ones that shouldn't even be talking right now after what happened in San Francisco in week 11 last year.
But the key difference between you and me, my body can feel pain.
Where you got beat by the Seattle Seahawks. And did you know that the Seahawks record against the 49ers all time is 31-22? Did you know that? I'm just keeping notes here, just so y'all Niner fans know. But the Seahawks have had 15 winning seasons. And how many of the Niners, of course, have had very few, as they have had very few, as they've had about 7 winning seasons in the last 20 years. So because I'm bringing this up because, of course, Jim Harbaugh and a few other coaches were in there long before that. But when I look at the 49ers, their fan base constantly is annoying to us. Especially to Seahawks fans like me. I've already been hearing it a while, and they call us a bye week team. Are you kidding me? They're in Seattle. They get this. They had not let go of one of their defensive players that were there. They re-signed Ernest Jones. They re-signed Jaron Reed. They brought back most of their guys. Of course, they let go of very little guys like Javon Jones, Rashawn Jenkins. But they went out there and retooled their offense. Now, do I still have questions about Sam Darnold? Absolutely. Do I still have questions about whether or not the receiving core is going to do well without DK Metcalf and JS and Tyler Lockett? Absolutely. But I know this. Seattle will always find a way to fight their way into at least wild card ish contention. I know that much. Because Seattle, if they ranked outside the top 15 in defense last year in one category, and now their defense only got a little bit better. I'm looking at that defense. They looked amazing on in the preseason game. Now, of course, it was in the first half that they did most of the work. But I loved what I saw from the defense early on in the first half of that Raiders game. Now, preseason is not regular season, so that's entirely different. But I'm looking at the 49ers and Seahawks game coming into week 1. I'm looking at that game. It's a highlighted game of the first week of the season. And I still have yet to put out my weekly predictions as well, so I'll wait to reveal my pick until a few weeks before the season starts, maybe at least a few days. But Seattle has been better than the 49ers have been in the last 20 years. They've had more winning seasons. They've had more Super Bowls than they've had since in the 49ers since 2000, the 21st century. Not that I'm taking your 5 Super Bowl rings away, but without Joe Montana and Steve Young, those are kind of rusting away into thin dust.
I never thought I'd say this, but I'd rather be a dead me than an alive you. Bye.
My point is, the 49ers, I'm not going to take anything away from them. They are a good franchise. They're run by a solid head coach that has had 18 10-point leads. They have a good team in place. There's no doubt about that. I actually want and unlike other Seahawks fans, I actually want you all to succeed. I actually want you to, because I want the 49ers to win a Super Bowl before my grandma passes away. I want a Super Bowl win to happen for the 49ers before my grandma passes. She's like 71. The last time they won a Super Bowl, she was like in her 50s. I actually want them to win before my grandma. And I'm saying that is true. Some Niner fans think I'm crazy for saying this, but I actually want y'all to succeed, which is why I constantly say find some way to win outside of your weapons that you have in place. I've said it about Brock Purdy. If you can't win without your weapons, then what are you going to do? We saw Josh Allen perform without two top of the wide receivers in Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis. Where did they get to? AFC Championship game, not to mention an MVP year by Josh Allen. That's my point. I'm not saying the 49ers are bad. I'm not saying Brock Purdy's a scrub. I'm simply saying the 49ers must find a way to win without their weapons because that is how they are going to win games. If they can find a way to win games without their weapons, I think for sure they can win a Super Bowl. If they can win without 5 All Pro players on their squad when they are hurt, then I can think they can win a Super Bowl. And that's why I believe the 49ers fan base is one of the more annoying ones because some of them are stuck living in the past. Not that I'm saying my grandma is one of them. But my third and final point is this. As I've said on the 49ers, Niner fans, take notes because I know y'all have heard me say this a few times about the 49ers. Just wait. Remain composed. No matter how good the 49ers might look, no matter how good they want you to seem to be, don't lose it. No matter how hard it might get, when the expectations are at the highest peak, the 49ers will always find a way to crumble. It's who they are.
You! What are you making? Come closer. It's all right. Come on, I'm not going to bite you. Oh, how pretty. But how will that...
Make it more of a reality.
Oops.
They've been that for the last 20 years. In the Super Bowls they've made, in the NFC Championship games they've made, in the playoff appearances they've made, even in the regular season. They always find a way to crumble. Whether it's quarterback play, whether it's injuries, whether it's coaching, whether it's front office, it could be anything. They will always find a way to lose ball games. And that's why I constantly say the 49ers will not win a Super Bowl under Kyle Shanahan. And I'm wanting him to succeed in the NFL. Kyle Shanahan. But I just don't think that is going to be with the San Francisco 49ers. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Who do you guys think is the more annoying fan base in the NFL? Is it the 49ers fans or is it the Cowboy fans? And if you're a Rams fan or Cardinals fan, you're probably going to say the 49ers because I agree with you on that. Mainly it's because of the division. But let me know in the comments what you guys think down below. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, do me a big favor and smash like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, I'll see you on the next one. Ciao for now.